What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. If I look super tired, it's because this is very late. I just stayed up until almost 4 a.m. to try to hit Infinite, starting at 96 and using an old favorite deck of mine from this YouTube channel that I modified with Kid Omega since his release, his wide release. I just picked him up a few days ago. We were able to get there. Very satisfying final game, so I hope you'll enjoy that. But what am I waiting for? Let's get into the deck and the elevator pitch. So generally, this is a Nimrod deck. We're trying to play Shuri, we're trying to play Symbiote Spider-Man. Now with Kid Omega, we get an extra Destroy activation. Between that, Carnage, Venom, Destroyer, these are all ways to get a very big Nimrod moving around the board. And then, as a backup, sometimes you have Galactus, and that's really fun, as everybody knows. So that's the pitch, that's the deck. Let's get into the card by card. Before we dive into each of these cards, just want to mention that if you enjoy this channel and the deck guides, which is what I mainly do, but you might also enjoy my new podcast called Snap Crackle Pod with my brother-in-law Trevor. He is a newer player to the game, early in his journey, and I've been around since the beginning. So we are bringing two different perspectives. I think it's a lot of fun, goofy, and short. Each episode so far has only been about 30 minutes, so if you're interested, check it out, and I would love if you'd watch those and subscribe to the channel so we can keep bringing you fun content. But anyway, first card in the deck is Agony. If this deck has a weakness, I think it might be the Agony Penny package, which used to be really good in this deck and now is kind of lagging a little bit because of anti-synergy with Kid Omega. If you play Agony, then you play something on Agony, while you try to Kid Omega it doesn't actually work correctly. The card will be destroyed, like Nimrod is generally what you're targeting with Kid Omega, and then the copies will go out, and then the Agony will jump down to your destroy pile to join the original Nimrod. So it doesn't work as great, but still it's good for adding power to Wolverine, getting your Nimrod bigger sometimes. It's okay. I think we might cut it eventually, but for now, Agony's in the deck, and look at that cool variant. Kid Omega, this controversial card is, as you might know, actually very good. Especially in this style of deck, just adding the extra early destroy can win you a lot more games than you used to be able to. You can do some fun things. The final game in this set of games coming up, Kid Omega enabled the win to get me to Infinite, so it's good. Check it out. Carnage, it destroys cards. Mr. Fantastic. Oh, I was hoping that was going to be Venom. I was going to say it destroys cards too, but Pedro, he's just really good in this deck because originally Zabu was in this slot, and there were also Gwenpool and Galacta, but they're no longer in the deck. So Mr. Fantastic, first steps, comes in. He's able to give you discounts and also buff cards, which this deck wants both. You're hoping to hit discounts on stuff like Symbiote Spider-Man, Shuri, and you're hoping to obviously pump up your Nimrod or Wolverine. Or Galactus. As I mentioned before, Penny, Agony, that's a neat little package allowing you to go Agony 1, Penny 2, and then play like Symbiote Spider-Man on turn 3. Sometimes that's really great. I don't know if it's worth it, just for that very specific card combo. Otherwise, it sometimes gives you Spider, which you sometimes can play, but the curve doesn't usually work out. So Penny definitely needs help. I like the card, but it needs more help. And I think eventually, now that I'm in Infinite, I'm going to bring in Arnim Zola to this deck and maybe cut Penny. Wolverine, it's just another way in case you don't see Nimrod to get some power going around the board. You're not usually going to win that way, but it helps. A little bit of incidental power. You never know. And also, if you happen to have a nice Galactus play, Wolverine can win you the game. Can also win you some locations that you can't get into otherwise. Venom, it destroys. Shuri, this obviously is core to this deck. You're using it to get your Nimrod up to 12 base, sometimes more. Sometimes you get the Camartage, double on reveal. Sometimes you're playing the next card, Symbiote Spider-Man, into Shuri, only if you're getting a discount on Symbiote Spider-Man, but when you do that, you're getting double activations of Shuri, which means your Nimrod's going to be 24, and that just wins games. Also, Symbiote Spider-Man, good with Agony and Galactus. You can surprise people by winning. They think Nimrod's coming, and nope, it's Galactus. And 13, that can usually get it done. Nimrod. Deck does not work without it. I wish there was another card other than Wolverine that was as good in this style of deck, but I think that would probably make it just like the top meta deck, and nobody really wants that. It's good when it's a little bit tamped down. The only real thing that can mess up a Nimrod is like Red Guardian in the right type of lane, or of course something like Shadow King. But otherwise, when you see this card and you see your activators, you pretty much want to snap. And then Galactus. You're not often going to Galactus, but when you do, when Galactus is right, it's great. It's not perfect. It might not have to be in the deck, especially if you don't have the card, but I enjoy the extra couple of, percentage points that it gives you, and I think it's worth it from that point. I enjoy the card, so sometimes it's super fun. Let's do it. And finally, Destroyer. This card was not as phenomenal as it was the first time I played this style of deck, when it was dodging Goliath and making your opponent really mess up when they were just targeting with Cosmo and you Destroyer in a different lane. But it still sometimes is what you need to do. I think adding Arnim Zola, like I said, the casualty might be Destroyer, or it might just be Penny, Agony, and add something else. Either way, I think for now, it should be here. We'll see what happens in the long run. But that is the deck. Let's get into the gameplay. Please subscribe to the channel. Let's keep going to our goal of 1,000. Thanks. Here we go. Games. Saw a version of this deck by Not My Dance playing Viper and Cobra as a way to send over Cobra, activate it, and have them destroy one of your Nimrod copies, which that was really clever. One thing, every time I see Brooklyn Bridge, I always keep in mind that I want to play there on turn 4, which leaves my option to play on turn 6 open. So, Mr. Fantastic, I'm going to go here with. Next turn, I'll probably play Shuri or Symbiote Spider-Man on Danger Room. Shuri's safer. Symbiote Spider-Man has some higher reward, but if we draw Nimrod, then that's obviously a good place to play a Nimrod. Chance at an extra free destroy. And there's magic. Does change the Brooklyn Bridge math. Okay, looks like Surfer. Likely. So if we draw Nimrod next turn, we're going to be able to get off this Shuri play. So Galactus unfortunately would mean we can't play to Brooklyn Bridge. Next turn we could afford to play Nimrod and Carnage if we would draw Nimrod. But that means we need to skip this turn to get the... They're going to be filling Mojo World. Alright, we're gonna go for this in case. Yeah. Forgot about Limbo getting destroyed and winning us the location for free. Brain fart. Hello. Wolverine or Penny? Penny gives us a turn 3 play at least, if we don't want to do Wolverine. There's a Herbie. Oh, I forgot. Sandbar. So I'm gonna play Wolverine over here. Gamma Lab into Hulk's Brood. Okay. There's a possibility we get to play Galactus. Pretty unlikely, though. Okay. Use the Herbie for the extra energy. Agony. Okay, we can actually spider Agony. Sarah Surge. They got something crazy planned. And they have priority. Okay, so you're looking at 19. They would need to put 10 power into the sandbar. It looks like they're a Surfer deck, maybe? They played Brood. They played Sarah. I'm gonna go for it. For 2 cubes. If they are Surfer, even like Shaw, Surfer is a 8. So that'd be 18. If they play Captain Carter, we could be in a little trouble. Human Torch would be 3, 5, 10. Okay, they played Human Torch there. Shaw there, Surfer there, so we win. They didn't anticipate the Galactus. Nice. And I keep forgetting we have the Wolverine coming too. Although we were doing the math for the ability going off, not for the final power, but still. This turn, looking at Penny, I guess. Play on the unrevealed this time. Okoye, hand buff, maybe a Clea deck. Interesting. Okay. Guess we're just spidering. Ooh, draw Galactus, please. It's not quite what I asked for. Okay. So. Agony. Shuri. So it's Surfer, in all likelihood. Just Carnage Venom. Hopefully they don't snap here, because I'm not confident in beating their Surfer power. What's that going to be, Galactus? Yeah. Well, they don't have to worry about that now. Stupid location swap gets me every time. I knew I should have carnaged on the right. Worked out. The Monty Python fan up here. Okay, this feels pretty good. We can go Agony into Penny. And then we can play Symbiote Spider-Man. Man, if we just draw Shuri, we are cooking. Is that what we want to do? I think so. It's pretty good. Nice little buff from Yggdrasil. Ooh, Wakanda. Ooh, ouch. Alright. We still want to go for it though. Another Surfer. Kid Omega's nice. Although, does Kid Omega even work with Symbiote Spider-Man activation? I haven't run across that yet. I don't think it does. I'm just spidering. Here's the Galacta. Red Guardian's a concern. It's true. Excuse me. Not Surfer. Guess it's just this if we trust it. Herbie's not doing much for them here. They're gonna move a Scarlet Spider. They've got Galacta buffs, Phastos buffs, Surge buffs. Red Guardian? Brood. So it is Surfer, just a bizarre one. Not Surfer, just like a hand buff. This should be enough though. I guess maybe depending on this Yggdrasil buff. Still good. Limbo. Could be fun with Galactus if we draw it. Otherwise, it's nice to just have an extra turn to do some Nimrod destruction. We got the Shuri, got the Venom Destroyer. Should snap. Carnage seals it, I think. It's even the safer play with the Shuri. Avengers Compound means we have to play Shuri there to allow us to play Nimrod on turn 5. Symbiote Spider-Man is just not as good, especially with Kid Omega in play. I mean, this could be anything. My guess, just based on what I've seen today so far, is Surfer, but a lot of cards like Pedro and Surge. A lot of decks. Galacta. It's not gone all the way away. Alright, make sure we activate first. Eliath would be really bad. Could see it on turn 5. If it's like a good cards deck, it's possible. It would objectively be pretty hilarious to get Eliath, and then Kid Omega just destroys the Nimrod and it dies for real. Alright, it's Surfer. Cosmo does not help. It's cute though. Now we have priority. So I mean, the likely to retreat. Carnage, Venom. It's Agony, Carnage, Venom. Do I ever just symbiote? It's pretty dangerous. But we could do that. Could do like Agony Symbiote and then activate and then go off next turn. Because we don't really have a good follow-up on turn 7 otherwise. Okay, still a priority. Activate. Carnage, Venom. Activate. Then Fantastic Carnage, Venom. How does that lose? I mean, they're going to play like Surfer, maybe even twice. It's just not going to be enough, I don't think. Shang-Chi over here, I guess. But then we still win the other two. They're like Shang-Chi Absorbing Man, maybe? I'm surprised they stuck around there without Surfer even. Ooh, we hate a Mindscape. We hate it. So all we have to do is get away to play Galactus early, like Elysium. Thank you. Let's see. If they just want to go ahead and get rid of Mindscape for us somehow, that'd be awesome. I'm going to play this here just in case we get Galactus. In a non-Mindscape game, being able to do Symbiote into Shuri into Nimrod would be incredible. Actually, it's still pretty incredible because of the Elysium. Back it up. Wolverine? Shuri? Activate? Do we snap? Because next turn it's going to be a 24 power Nimrod getting destroyed immediately. They'll get Venom and Penny and whatever I draw. Yeah. I mean, it looks like Surfer again. Gwenpool, Mr. Fantastic. They don't really want to see Mindscape. I don't think that's going to be enough. We'll see. Okay. Nimrod. Carnage. Venom, Penny, Pedro is all they're getting. That's fine. If they have Shang for some reason, they only got one card from their deck here. Venom's not doing much. We have to avoid the middle, obviously. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I like the Symbiote Nimrod thing we got going. Might even be able to do it early. Let's play Pedro. And then play Symbiote. Oh. Okay. Okay. I think we go here just in case. So if I play here and they play here, next turn I can Galactus. And if I don't do that, I still have Nimrod in my back pocket. They don't really know what I am yet. They've only seen Pedro. And now they've overcommitted to Feast, and I can Galactus. definitely want to do this, or do I want to just go the Nimrod route? Considering they've got Human Torch, First Steps, I think we want to do this. We might even catch like their kitty unrevealed. Yeah, oh yeah, 3 cards. It's definitely the right play. I mean, that should draw a retreat, I would think. Let's see what we got rid of. Kitty, Bast, and Hadro. Alongside the Agent Venom and the Torch. Shuri. There's still the Shang possibility. I'm not sure if this deck plays Shang. Okay. Certainly might if they're still in the game right now. They play Shang. I play Spider. Yeah, okay. Well, I just had to try to figure out the non-Shang possibility. Maybe it's you, Mark the Great. No, of course not. You have a Spotlight Avatar, which means you're not a bot. I don't know what playing Vibranium really does for me, but I'm going to do it anyway. Gotta be Kid Omega since we don't have any other Destroy activators. Sure. Well, that's annoying. Slightly. I guess we'll just do this. Okay. Shuri. We'll activate Kid Omega, play Nimrod next turn. A little dangerous, but with the Venom, the Carnage, even Valley of the Hand bringing Nimrod back at the end of this turn. Plus high likelihood of Grand Central bringing one of our Destroys into there. We should be good. Venom would be nice, not Carnage. Okay. I guess we're just playing stats now. Alright, there we go. They get Kid Omega, we get Venom. That's a pretty fair trade. Although them having a Venom means they also would like Kid Omega. And if this is Classic Destroy, it's not good. Okay. Lots of merging. Let's see if we can Galactus them. We cannot. In fact, Galactus them. Although, I don't hate the idea of just sending them Symbiote Spider-Man. Or is it better to just Carnage? Okay. Little spooky. Little spooky. They're playing Nimrod. We're in deep trouble. We are. Well, they didn't play it in Spider Island for some reason. How weird. Just Venom. They didn't even activate Kid Omega. Maybe they didn't realize where they played Sherry. I think that's almost definitely what happened. What is that? Is that Destroyer? Galactus. Alright. I will not complain. It is fine. Alright, Agony here. Interesting. Let's go Penny. Draw into the Symbiote Spider-Man, please. I like getting my Black Vortex out of the way early because Ultron. Okay. Let's lock in. Pedro. Yes. Okay, Bruce, of course, immediately hulks out. So we can't symbiote into Galactus. Although we can over here. Luna, huh? Oh. You turd. Okay. Come on. Yes. Oh. That's the most satisfying final game for Infinite that I've had. That's pretty exciting. Sorry I got so quiet there. I was thinking through that one. So I hope you enjoyed that. It was super fun getting to Infinite. Now that I'm there, I can do some more fun decks. The grind is over. Just limited time game modes as far as the eye can see. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. I answer every single comment when I get around to it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to get some sleep. Later.